5 a.m. to 11 a.m. as we invoke the thought-provoking discussion. Tağ 8.3 FM.
Welcome on board.
Listening to the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3.
2025. Trust your morning is quite going on well. You can always buy focus. It is at this time on Mainland 98.3 FM from the to come on board and be part of the conversation, to share your take to the limelight and to the table for better discussion, to holistically look of every one of us to make whatever concerned with nation be. Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. My name is Mᴏᴜ. This morning, we actually focal point in the political space, in the political scene, the major issue or basic President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2020. And so this morning, we got a report of the statements credited to the president. Sustainable, but we can't just but continue, has to be paused or stopped. So for finance, Dr. Fiscal governance organized by the unsustainable and only benefits being channeled into critical interest and promoting inclusive development and redirect national resources to sectors that benefit to alone. Nigeria had spent over 4 trillion, but unjust since the subsidy regime disproportionately benefited. And so he lamenting that Nigeria's economy had been, described fiscal governance as the could prosper. Non-nation only signed tax reform laws, which is said multiple taxes to ease taming inflation, the naira taming inflation. With the present stance of the president on proceeds from the subsidy removal has gone order. Speaking of social safety net, speaking of some targeted taken so far by the administration and of course even the using as a major. What is your take about the president's stance on the removal of subsidies, saying that it each citizen and it's on affluent Nigerians, so to say? What do you think impact of the removal of this fuel subsidy, show work? So there's several avenues to be part of the conversation. 0913-600-0410. You can as well 13-600-04 live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. You can also drop your comments just at. You can also listen via our Radio Guardian our website www.mainlandfm.com 0913-600-0430. Or you're calling from, and as on the issue this morning we're speaking, it's just very necessary, and so we have channeled this into infrastructure, especially critical development. What is your take? What do you think on this stance, and do you think that, or do you agree?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
John from Mᴏᴜ.
Thank you for calling.
You say the way our leaders behave, stroke the report of the don't look at that in a jiffy too, but he was quick to remove more common people that should be dealt with. That they are entitled with our own reality.
Thank you very much for calling, John from Oba. Thank you.
So we have seen the positive. I think the politicians is benefiting Tinubu, is benefiting people in sensitive we're using. So it's manufacturers, building, drugs, manufacturing companies for sprinting up. You remove subsidy for 1A and you don't give them light. I told you when Nigerian people.
All right.
I am begging God to help Nigerians. Nigerians are suffering. Children have dropped from school. How many millions are out of school?
I appreciate it. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, subsidy. In fact, so many people even will support the removal program yesterday and was making a lot of comments. See, to our official crude, you understand me? They all hate issue for him because a lot of pressure will be on President Tinubu, on his own, as a president, but directly. But it is well. And again, look at what Wiki was saying. Telling them, if you want to prove them, if we have opportunity to recover some other money, let us recover and move on. But you are not proving them. You are almost forgiving.
Amen to that. Thank you for calling. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Lady Mo. Mr. President has no moral right to make mention of subsidy, economic-wise. If this subsidy is a scam, Nigeria must not accept whatever they are bringing to us. through the channel of subsidy then till many years to come would have been a subsidy has to be removed. The same thing you condemn. That's because I know of when we're going either today and today, the same thing they condemn yesterday, we say is the perfect one. Because of what can our youth be able to learn better when we continue losing? But when you use manner that this man did.
Thank you.
I'm calling from Abanajo in the Cotton.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree to a very large extent with what the president said. On paper, and actually, this subsidy removal has said, but remember that this subsidy removal has also caused a cartel about the sabotage among the rich to make the total deregulation of the oil sector. At least we now have Dangote as private refinery, unlike the government before that has to regulate the price. We believe they'll be future competitors. But the only problem is palliatives cannot get to the poor. You understand? So I believe they having such problems why the masses are trying to favor the rich, the poor. Whereas, yes, have goods. Actually, the only thing is the thank you very much.
Thank you.
As the weather, yeah, trying. This is Madam Missy.
Thank you for calling. Good to hear you.
All the presidential candidates implement your own. According to the people who manage to announce it from your own, volition, that subsidy, and give it to the governors to do what? The governors are not using it. Construction sites. The man is trying a bit sharp, but it's not than this. And you sit in your will not get more. We will not get for you. They put it in PCS, and he was using it to repair a lot of things. That's why and let those governments be squandering the money. Today you're in better, tomorrow you're in good money.
Thank you very much for calling, Madam Ife. Really appreciate it. Hello, good morning.
I'm a colleague from Mᴏᴜ. Hello?
Yeah,
Okay, very good of him. Lady Moore, what's global issue? Compared to the former president, we have COVID-19. $21 per barrel. If I'm lying, this man came in. What he's kept telling us that the price and how much was our exchange rate compared to today. You remove subsidy, you increase tax in everything. Nigeria is beating around, telling us that trying to justify it. Let him continue. You understand what is know what is right for us. 2020 and do the needful. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. Really, accident on affluent Nigeria. Subsidy removal had been targeted. You can think about agree that the impact and as much as the beginning, the commencement of the removal of the fuel subsidy and so. Hello, good morning. All right. Hello, good morning.
Good morning on your sister station there. And it seems as if turned from Nigeria to Somalia. He's no longer campaigning. You've now been given the job. Star road. So if you are saying you've kept Nigerians in a riverine area in River State, when we are driving on the boats, I see the bubble of Nigerian crude the next 20,000 years. What else would we benefit from the government? Have a good day, government. Have a good day.
And you too.
Good morning, Mo.
Good morning.
My name is Ambrose.
Yeah, thank you, Ambrose, for calling.
We found he bought a presidential jet. He came in, he buys 39 billion. The removal has benefit because you are still borrowing and you said fuel subsidy is benefiting, I will not lie. But at the end of the day, we don't even know how those tractors will work. Everything is gone. The network provides 30, it is finished. When you buy data of 5,000, so where exactly drugs that you were buying for 1,000 before is now 15,000? There is a drug that subsidy benefited us, apart from himself and Wike, who is driving Rolls Royce. Allow people to hear what? And then, is that an achievement? So,
hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, good to have you.
Now it's benefiting the masses.
I see the masses talking like all these people calling you, and then it's going to be his problem during 2027. Whether they want to rig election, we'll make from look, that should run a transparent government. But everywhere it's just very opaque. So you find out that he's going to have a hard time explaining what he has done with this. Imagine. So whether it was the Senate even very much.
Thank you very much that the Senate President being or enforcing transparency in an account of the Senate Public Accounts Committee of SPAC, Ahmed Wadada, governance, saying that the era of fiscal recklessness must seen so far as you think that these indices of the removal by this administration. Really? All right. Yeah, good morning. All right. I hope you're fine. I just wanted to speak.
The issue of this subsidy, when it happened with Farouk, the senator was like, we need to appraise this man taking a bold decision. You understand? So, by and large, you see, people talk. It's just like the difference in where you are inside. A lot of this is going on. And it's your economy. You take IMF, the loan, the pattern, committed.
Hello.
Is the capacity within the state governor. It is messing up for the stability these governors are doing. Have a nice day. Thank you.
And you too. Thank you very much. To the messages we have on Facebook, let's continue right on Mina 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Conversations that you actually do not want to miss. You want to be part of the country, Nigeria. The Cordelia Okwe recap will be coming up at 10 a.m. I hope that rings a bell and definitely want to show that. That's talking about the several to also this morning have social media, especially Facebook. We have comments here. He must give account of this money. Why is there no transparency in this government? You, Mrs. Uma Olebara, thank you very much. We wish you long life and prosperity, actually. And thank you for your comment. Always, if subsidy is the only benefit the masses gain from the government, Mᴏᴜ says the subsidy removal still favors them. Chukwueze Ikechukwu says, good morning, Milan FM. Each bank account of a few people in the government, unlike before. Mirror says, good morning, Lɪdᴇ and Agafowa. To me, I don't agree with Mr. President. Lies. God bless my country, Nigeria. God bless you too. Francis Ekpayong says, who were the beneficiary of the subsidy? Tinubu is an unrepentant, paid multiple subsidy, and they are still throttling of president, oil bunkering rate, conflict, inflation, budget paddling, etc. They called under coverage. The only thing benefiting the poor masses, the subsidy that is our leaders' money, also gone with the subsidy. APC regime is nothing but a disaster to Nigerians. He says, good morning, Lɪdᴇ. Good morning, Fuad. I think Mr. President's statement on subsidy removal is 200%. Subsidy gun policy helped since the subsidy was removed over the refinery. He promised after the subsidy removal. To me, the removal of subsidy has brought today. The president is still borrowing. Our healthcare is still very poor. Unemployment is high. Benjamin from Shogule. Babalola is supposed to have a fuel removal then. Mr. President conclude by saying if is good, this well as well. Babalola from Babalola Williams from Agodo. Onotoye Temitope Michael, President, who resisted the removal of fuel subsidy benefits only the rich. To me, up to project that he has used money recovered from the subsidy are receiving more money that has no more economic value, which is the reason the governors have nothing to show for it. Number of ministers yet, there is nothing to show for it. I just hope Nigerians and all the more community. Away from that, Christopher says, bless you too. Please, President Tinubu, we take God, big rich and average politicians. The common man was still living or not? Or do you think they creating to know what Nigerians are? Please, like Mr. Fuad used to say, take care of yourself until 2027. We will not all die before then. But Mr. President, thank you very much. Away from that, it says, good morning, Lɪdᴇ. The removal of fuel subsidy has never in any way benefited the masses, pending renovating government buildings while Nigerians are suffering. Today now is about 2027 instead of good governance. There is no day in Nigeria that you don't hear our former IG of That's not the focus, but thank you regardless for your contribution and your message. And also from OC Morale at Tğᴇ Amikontome, thank you for your message. Really appreciate the fuel subsidy. Who is benefiting from it? Which positive impact has it created in common man's life? Only God will judge leaders. Besides, the government is characterized by wasteful spending as well as humongous corruption. Again, most Nigerians have not seen visible benefit of the removal of subsidy. Nothing on the ground scam before it came on board and still benefited immensely from it. You must think that we are fools. Says, good morning, Lɪධᴇ and Fuad. First of all, the removal is benefiting Nigerians in what way? The so-called infrastructure resident or the 64 billion. This says, good morning, from lavish lifestyle, no benefit whatsoever to the poor. He is claiming to protect. Power is transient. This amount more worse than we used to be. You call yourself the petroleum minister to the call of the Senate, who is probing the document. You know it. The coalition and campaign will sweep it under the rug. Emmanuel from Ikeja. Of the average Nigerian has gone down drastically. The removal of subsidy only favored. Hello, good morning.
Only to you, a long time without being very thought out. People that said they want you to remove it would not have removed it. That is go on. That's our understanding. You can't remove it and you are acquiring revenue to the government. And you say you give it to government. Is it not? And the state government, most of them are working. Enugu is down or having their told they see your. And where is the Mrs. President, the first lady, getting the billion that is donating all about? So where is the inspector? The award making and all that and to the marine.
All right. All right.
And the best thing to have is better alternative that will restore power come 2027. There is no infrastructure. The town weekend, 4 months ago, they are on strike. Everything was on strike, and you are saying they are running government.
Thank you.
Where is that?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate
Hello.
it. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. The apology, I say, Tinubu Nigeria apology. Because how can you say the worst subsidy that the grammar they are using is coming from because of nobody have brought to book within removing subsidy. He has never do anyone, but just to do.
Thank you very much. Oh my, please do well to call back 09.
How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you too?
Very well. My name is Madam Samao. We are countering one problem in life that for someone correction. The demo, naive people there for papers every day, naive people there, like this president. Never change a single car. One way that no president in Africa is using. He's using a vehicle that no president in Africa uses. It's that has married to the bank. You see one thing in this government, produce them together. Today, let me tell you something. In Nigeria today, even evil spirits, both the evil and good spirits, they are hungry and oil and egg. You see those things again? Human being and spirit are dragging those food to eat because all of them are confusion everywhere.
All right.
And the mind is telling us that we cannot sustain. Well, that is good though. We are watching.
Morning.
Good morning.
This morning. Good morning. It's fine.
Okay. God bless all of you.
God bless you too.
Yes. On the insincerity of the Bola, this is a man that left his Korea and even Brazil for 7 days hunger, and the president to direct affairs.
All right. Thank
you. Yes, Bola Tinubu has no business being a president of. It's better. Okay. Yes, God bless you.
Thank you. You do the messages before we call it a morning from Robert. Any party that will. Good morning. Removal of subsidy was a massacre of Nigeria. This sees Mudukwe's mistake of all time removing fuel subsidy, Muhammad Ali, for development. But here, your government borrowed to leave because public and SMEs shut down because of this government's obnoxious policy. In other countries, these doctors and other health professionals are the highest paid on the world online, and they value life unlike the president. He's given scholarship to Lucia Highland is compromised and in a dead state. It's a shame. The worst of us is really the best of us. Truly, there was. Mushin says the German. Okay, the main question is, where is the money saved from? Okay. It's glaring that there is no good Lord Jonathan. Okay, thank you very much for your message. We have to thought this morning. Do not cease to be a patriotic citizen of this great country. Thank you very much. Keep it locked to Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos, of keeping Lagos roads, saying the challenges and the successes for Lawrence. You don't want to miss that conversation, so keep it locked.